How would you describe your stutter?
I just put lots of pressure on my mouth to repeat some words, and I also put some blocks. I first joined this program, I could literally barely say anything.
All positive changes.
Honestly, we are so thankful. His speech literally changed as he never stuttered.
Now, without further ado, let me begin my SAM talk.
Yasin is 12 and he lives in Texas. And Yasin is one of three children. He's the oldest one at 12. And he stutters according to his questionnaire that he and his father completed, he stutters in 95% of his conversations, with up to 90% being repeats, blocks, with some body contortions. Yasin came to a SAM meeting a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I asked him a couple of questions and he started stuttering. And so I said, well, why don't we, get together on Skype and see what we can do about this? And that led us to where we are now. So that's the background. Now I'm going to ask some questions and we'll get started. How old were you, do you know, Yasin, when you started stuttering?
I was 3, I think.
Okay. How would you describe your stuttering? Can you tell us what you think it amounts to at this point?
Well, I just put lots of pressure on my mouth, and then I also repeat some words, and I also put some blocks most of the time.
What, if anything, have you done to help your speech? What have you done?
I have been using my crutches. I have also been putting less pressure on my face, and I've also been I've just been trying all of your methods, basically. Yeah, and I think that's about it.
I'm going to ask your father a question.
Yeah?
Do you, Dad, do you think that when Yasin's been speaking to me right now, is this typical of his speech around the house to friends and otherwise? I need to know. Some people, when they talk to me, their speech is much worse than it normally is. With some people, it's much less than it is. And for some people, it's the same as it is. But I need to know. Is it the same as it is? Is it worse or is it less bad than normal?
Yeah. These days, it has been like this, even with us, and especially when somebody asks him a question, this is his usual response. But
Okay.
when he talked to his younger brother or his friends or his cousins, then he's fluent. Or when he's playing video games, he's fluent. So, like you asked the question, what he did, there are a lot of things he didn't share. Like he's been doing the daily affirmations in the morning and at night. He's been recording the affirmations, and then he has been reading the book, the Stuttering Short Course. We are halfway through it, but he's thinking so much that he didn't mention any of it to you.
Here's the thing, Yasin. Coaches don't heal anybody. Everybody heals themselves. Now, what coaches can do is say, if you go down this road, that's going to happen. If you go down this road, something else is going to happen. If you go down this road, something else. We can point you to roads, but you got to walk the roads. It's like any coach that when you watch a sport on television, there's a coach on the sidelines and he's mapping plays and so forth, but he's not playing the game. And it's the same thing here. We map plays, but the players play the game. And that's the good news because everybody plays it at their own speed and they're basically responsible for what they do. And all crutches are temporary. It's like if you broke your legs at your knees, the doctor would say, use these crutches and let your legs heal. Then when they heal, you can throw the crutches away. You won't need them anymore. And that's the same thing here. When you learn these crutches and stop feeding the stutter beast with more and more stutters, then the problem goes away. And you don't need, I don't need them. I haven't needed them for 50 years. When you get over it, eventually you forget all about it. You wonder why you ever had the problem. It's not normal, and you're not a freak, and it's not genetic, and it's not organic, and it's not incurable. It's simply a bad habit. And unfortunately, when you have a bad habit mentally, if you do it enough, in your brain, it will change the neurons or the nerve cell connections in your brain. And you develop, not you, but anyone develops an automatic response because of the neuron connections. If we put you under on a head scan, we'd say, oh, Yasin is abnormal. He's got some connections here that aren't normal. Sure he does. So did I. So did a lot of people. But when you stop doing this thing, those connections go away because they're not normal. So there's nothing wrong with you. You just got a bad habit. But I'm going to tell you this. If you don't find ways to not stutter, you will stutter probably as long as you live. And that's no fun, and you don't need to do it. So, but to make a change, like with most things in life, I tell most of my students, life isn't about you versus the world, it's you versus you. And when you learn to conquer you win the game of life.
So I actually began to stutter at the age 3.
Okay.
And I actually began this one day when I came back from school. Now I can't exactly remember like when was the first time it begun, but all that I can remember is one day when I came back, then I just somehow began to stutter. So ever since then I have been having really severe of them, but I have met a stuttering therapist in the past. She helped,
Speech therapist.
yeah, speech therapist. She helped me stop my facial contortions, but other than that, she also taught me to repeat words, and then she also taught me to elongate my words, which
Okay.
all sound very unnatural.
I
So
can understand that.
yeah, so ever since I came over here, I have learned to speak in short increments and all, and that has really improved my speech a lot.
Yasin's been attending almost all of the practice sessions
I
that he gets in.
really
Almost.
awesome.
Yeah,
I think you'll
Fantastic.
use
And I can tell you, those
Yeah.
those meetings are going to help you immensely.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was very nervous in the beginning,
I
but
was.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I have been implementing the 1, 2, 3 punch, which is saying my affirmations,
Mhm.
and I've also been reading aloud for exactly 1 hour every day.
Fantastic.
And then, yeah, I have also been practicing to speak in short increments because our entire family speaks really quickly. So I have been practicing to slow down. I've also been practicing to like speak in a more soft voice because I speak really high pitch and I also speak really loudly at the same time.
Mhm.
So I have been practicing to fix that. I have also been implementing crutches. My favorite crutch so far needs to be crutch 4.
Right.
And yeah, crutch 4 is implementing a sound before the feared word.
Correct.
And I also like voice modulation a lot. And I also really like adding enthusiasm while I'm speaking. I really like jujitsu a lot. Yeah, yeah, most people think that it's a really unexpected answer, but I really like jujitsu because it teaches me how to defend myself. And when I learn that, and when I grow up, then nobody will be able to ever mess with me.
Of
So
course not.
yeah. So I have been learning that. Uh, Now I can talk about video games. From those, these days I have been playing Marvel Rivals, and I've also been playing Warhammer Space Marine 2, which are both my top favorite games so far.
Yeah.
And both those games are on the PS5. So yeah, I have been playing those. Now, hobbies, I actually really like arts and crafts, like painting things, making things and all. I really like that because like when I do it, then it gives me some like relaxation, some peace and all. So yeah, so I like arts and crafts a lot. I'm I am literally most of the time only working on that.
I'm sure you know, and if not, your mom is going to say that I'm right. Is that the
Yeah.
kids of your age, you speak really fast. So it is always good to slow down a little bit.
He speaks
Including
So,
fast.
mom.
He wants to read. Yeah, I also speak very fast. In the last session, we were talking to Danny, and he just went like, "I know you talk way too fast, so you have to slow down, mom."
yeah, I mean, it
Okay.
has to be like a game between all the members of your family.
Yeah. Well,
So,
I am also slowly learning to speak slowly. The only thing is I am so used to speaking fast that like it is really difficult to do it.
yeah,
So
for sure, of course. But
yeah.
it is like, for example, if you are learning any sports, or I'm sure it's the same with jiu-jitsu. If you try
Yeah.
to do the movements fast, especially at the beginning,
Oh yeah.
you're not going to do it right. First, you
Yeah.
have to do it slowly until you really learn the technique.
Yes.
After that, you can start to do it a little bit faster.
Hmm.
But we've got to start from the basics. And this is the thing that we are doing. We are acquiring a habit. You have to have, every time you speak, like a sticky note like this one. For
Yeah.
example,
We were just
With my
awesome,
name,
fantastic. And it's also of the same color.
same color.
Fantastic.
same
Awesome.
everything.
So, I think you should have these, for example, you should have one or a few of them at home and have one, I don't know, in the kitchen, in your room, and so on. So that it's
Everywhere
always there.
basically.
That's
Yeah.
so that it's always there.
I should stick one on his PS5 because he plays that a lot.
Oh, that's an
All the
excellent
time.
idea.
Yasin is my firstborn baby.
Yeah.
He's the first child and
Eldest one.
eldest one, and he
Longest
taught me how to become a mom
Hmm?
and how to love unconditionally. He helped
What?
me develop
didn't know.
patience and showed me the meaning of true love.
What?
He's turning red, and yes, it's his birthday on it's his birthday.
Oh yeah.
And
One
so
boring birthday. This is gonna be.
No,
you
it's gonna be a
make
good
this
one.
look so easy, Javier. For me, I'm struggling to talk in short increments.
That is the idea. You're not used to it. You're not
Yeah,
used to it.
but I'm trying. I'm trying my best. So yes, Yasin is turning 13.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be a teenager. It's
Yes.
Oh,
a big
right.
thing for me.
It's a very small thing for me because I don't
It's
want to
my
grow
turn
up.
to talk. So
I don't want to grow up.
yeah.
It isn't fair.
So yeah, he's going to be a teenager. So I am really excited and also very emotional because I feel like I was just changing his diapers and now he is taller than me. His shoe size is bigger than mine.
Yes.
So
that.
it's very depressing
It
as a
is.
mom
Truly is.
that you feel like you are growing so old so fast.
You are not old. You're so young.
Very good.
Exactly. Ever since I asked Yasin to correct
Short
me,
increments. You said that also long.
he's better
Very
at
good.
correcting
Very good,
me.
Yasin. Very good.
He's better at correcting me as compared to me correcting him. Because he's always stopping me, Mom, short increments. I'm like,
Very
oh.
good. Very good.
Yeah. Speaking in short increments actually sounds really easy, but implementing it is much more difficult than
Tell
it
me
seems.
about it. I've just been
It's
at it
not
for
easy,
Short
but
increments.
but
All right.
Thank you so much,
Yep,
Javier.
thank
You've
you.
been
you're
amazing.
welcome. You're
It
very
was so
welcome.
much fun. It was an amazing
Yeah,
Thank
session.
you.
You're a
Yeah,
very
that
good
was
teacher.
really fun,
Thank you. Thank you.
actually.
Thank you. So, do you think your speech has improved since our first session?
My speech has improved like anything, a lot.
Really?
Yeah,
All
when I
right.
first joined this program, I could literally barely say anything, but now I can say entire sentences without even one problem.
That's awesome.
Well, every day I recite my affirmations, which are on the app, so I always recite them on the app. I also read aloud 1 hour every day. And then, other than that, I also join as many group sessions as I can.
Hmm.
The thing which is helping me the most is affirmations and short increments. Now speaking is much easier for me. So basically, the app also tells you that like how many days you've had victories and like how many days you've not. And
All right.
I actually had a 30-day streak without a single bad incident. I know, like
All right.
this program literally just worked like pure magic. It was
Wow.
crazy. Well, when I first joined the program, I thought that the group sessions helped me the most because those taught me so many things every day.
Hmm.
But then, once I have stayed here for a month, I would say that the affirmations helped me the most because, like, my speech has improved so much, and I feel like most of it was from the affirmations.
Yeah, so all positive changes. The first session he had with Coach Lee, he could not speak a word. Like
Mm-hmm.
there was no word, no sentence that he could get out. In fact, when Danny did the evaluation, it was same thing. He struggled on every single word.
Okay.
So I think it's been more than a month when we spoke with Danny. I think when we spoke with Danny, it was a month and a half ago.
Okay.
And during the evaluation, he mentioned 1 hour reading a day, affirmations, and this is before we met Coach Lee.
Mm-hmm.
The day he told us, the same day we started reading, and in his reading, same thing. Every word he is, struggling. He's forcing. He would stuck his uh, tongue out like this, like he would do this. He also used to do like like his neck,
Yeah,
like
like with your face, do like some, yeah.
right. Uh, so we decided that we will keep doing it until we meet Coach Lee.
Mm-hmm.
1 hour sounded a lot.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is
It's actually easy now.
he really committed. He's like,
That's fantastic.
I'm serious. So it's been 1.5 month. Um, we started with Coach Lee's book, the Stop Stutter short course.
The short course book, yeah.
So yeah, so he finished that in 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and then we met Coach Lee. So by the time he finished the book and then he met Coach Lee, still there were a lot of blocks. And then after meeting Coach Lee, same thing, we just continued until we got to you on December 17th. So his reading has drastically changed.
That's
Now.
awesome.
So I think during his reading, he does not get stuck on any words.
Awesome.
It's very, very good. One of the big changes, yesterday we were at the restaurant and we needed like a fork and spoon. So he just got up, got to the waiter,
Really?
talked to her
That's
very,
awesome.
very confidently, came back. The other day, he went into a sandwich shop to pick up the sandwich. Before all this, he would let his brother do the talking, but
Yeah.
now he's just jumping in and
That's
doing
awesome.
it. So yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
those are all
That's
really
awesome.
positive
Very
changes.
good job. Very good job.
But yes,
Well,
your thought on us slowing down is very, very, our whole family, me, my wife, my brothers, my mom, we
awesome.
all speak
Really.
very fast, very
Very,
fast. It's
yeah.
just the nature of our language, and now it feeds into English too. We speak Urdu, so we speak Urdu very fast, and then it feeds into English as well.
Very
So
good.
that's a
Fantastic.
conscious effort every day for us. Like even right now, like I'm slowing myself down, but
That's it.
I think I'm still pretty fast. You guys have been fantastic. The sessions, these sessions, the group sessions, I think
Fantastic.
very positive impact. So, and I'm also glad that he's genuinely enjoying the conversations. We'll just keep practicing. He can keep practicing with you in the sessions. I told him that just discipline. Let's just keep doing
That's
this
it.
long as we
Exactly.
can.
Well, in my opinion, I think that my speech has improved a lot since last week.
Right.
I have also felt more easy if I'm speaking in short increments in a low register. Because when I speak like this, then it makes me feel much more calm.
Honestly, we are so thankful to you, Coach Lee, Danny, Pratusha, everyone who's working so hard, because for us, it's literally like a miracle. Like me and my husband, we sometimes sit and we talk about it, and we're like, because he has been stuttering for around 10 years now. And within a month, like
Yeah.
his speech has totally changed. And not only has it changed, he's stopping us when we are really fast or when we are going a lot, and he's like, hello.
That's it.
Short
Fantastic.
increments.
Yeah,
So yeah, I
actually,
personally,
Habibi, I think that short increment for me.
yeah, he thinks I talk too fast, but honestly, like I feel like he is so much more confident, and it's not just about stop stuttering. That is the biggest point, but
Hmm.
I think this program turns a person into a very good speaker, like an above average speaker, because the way you talk, Javier, the way Danny talks,
It's
the way
like
we talk,
unbelievable.
it's so amazing. And the first time when we talked to you guys, you're like, we wish we could talk like that, because you guys are
Really?
so calm, collected. And it's unbelievable to even imagine that you guys would have stuttered once.
Mm,
So it's
yeah.
really, really amazing. And I think it's no less than a miracle for us. And he has gotten the confidence to talk to like everyone now, whatever the age is, whatever the accent is.
That's
And I
fantastic.
think it's all thanks to the practice sessions that you guys have, because it's everyone from all around the world. And now, like, he has gotten more, like, if I was 13, if I imagine myself when I was 13, if my mom
Yeah.
would ask me to go to the shop, get this, I would be like, oh, please come with me. Like, and
Mm,
it's so amazing. And everyone in this community is so wonderful. Like, all of you are so kind, and everybody is like encouraging each other to do better. It's such a nice, like, I wish the world could be like this overall,
mm,
where everybody supports each other. But
Yeah.
it has been so wonderful. It's been
that
amazing.
is
And
great.
his speech has really, really improved. In fact, yesterday we had like some relatives over, and the first thing that they said was like, wow, Yasin is speaking so well. Like,
What? They did?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, and then he was even like, he came up to me and he started talking to me like, such a mature person, and like and I was like, that's true, because a couple of days ago, even like when we go to restaurants or order something, he wants
Yeah.
to go in, he
Yeah.
wants to take the order, he wants
That's
to talk to the
fantastic.
people now. And at
That's
first, like
awesome.
when he during his stuttering days, he would have asked his brother to go do the talking.
Because actually, once there was a time where we went at the beach and we entered this very fancy hotel. So in that hotel, they had their own separate library.
Yeah.
Okay? And both of us wanted to buy a book. So my mom gave me some money, and then she asked me to pick up the book and then go talk to like the owner of the library, basically. But I was so nervous to go that I asked my brother to go.
Yeah.
And then I even said that if he won't go, then I just won't buy a book in the first place. Because I
Wow.
was like, I am in no mood to deal with this.
Yeah, I
But
can fully
now
understand that.
it's turned so easy, maybe a few minor repeats, but I believe it is drastically improved since
I
the
agree.
first time.
No major bad, like no bad incidents whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like he has been using all his crutches really well, like whenever he needs to, and his reading has improved like anything. He does amazing reading
Yeah.
every day for an hour. He's very yeah.
Kind of
Yeah. So he's like very particular about it. He always does his 1 hour reading, his affirmations, and he is on top of everything. So we're really proud of him, and he looks forward to his sessions, and he looks forward to all the practice sessions, and he wants to do it, which
Yeah.
is the biggest
Fantastic.
thing, because we don't
Very
have to
good.
push him that, come on, you need to do this. Like he wants to be
He
here and
wants
he
to go
wants to
there.
do this, which is
Awesome.
a blessing. You guys are such a blessing. Thank you so much, Xavier, for everything that you guys have done, honestly.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that in this past week, my speech has improved a lot. Like now I'm a bit more used to short increments. And actually, my dad noticed that yesterday, where he told me that I have been noticing you speak in short increments throughout the day. And so, yeah, I feel like that my speech is a lot better. Yeah, I feel much more confident now. Like now I actually like to speak in groups. Like in the last SAM meeting, I literally tried my best to be the first one to answer the question. So yeah, now I actually really like to speak to lots of people.
I always sound like a broken record because I end up saying the same things, but it's like in my heart, I wish if I could show you guys how,
Yeah, is there anything?
yeah, we're happy and how much grateful we are. Take this
Yeah,
clip,
what
record
can we
it.
do?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's awesome. That's fantastic.
But
That's
I was just asking that, like, is there anything we can do more to like uh help support you in some way or something?
no, I
Yeah, one
mean
thing which we did do recently is that my husband found out that through his company, how we give charity and donations to different organizations.
that can help a lot.
Yeah, so if we give a certain amount, the company matches it. So we found WSSA on it, and we chose you guys. So that's something
That
that we,
can help us a lot
yeah, so
because
we're really
at this
excited about.
moment, every month we lose a lot. We have
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
losses.
So
So all of that help can, I mean, it can mean a lot.
Yes. In fact, I'll also let my cousins and relatives and people we know around
everyone.
here know that if they want to, donate somewhere or give their monthly charities or whatever,
Hmm.
see if they can find WSSA and then
Yes,
support
please.
them, because you
Please.
guys
Yeah.
Yeah.
deserve all the support in this world. You guys are amazing. It's a magical program. It needs to be out there, Javier. No
I
joke. It
know.
needs to be out there more than it is. Like,
Hmm.
so
Yeah, and me and my dad subscribed to Lee's YouTube channel,
Very
and
good.
we subscribed to the StopStutter app,
Very
and
good.
I left some encouraging words there too. You're about to cry.
No, I'm. Why would I cry right now?
I'm like so beautiful.
No.
Like on like this. I was like, what?
There are other things in the nose. It's not
Okay.
just crying. Oh my God. See how critical he is. Like you make the smallest things. Are you doing this? Is this how you? He's so judgy. God, I feel like he's my dad. I'm not anymore.
Funny.
God.
I was saying that when somebody mocks you, do not let their words affect you so much. Like, I learned this once I joined this program where one of the affirmations said, the only opinion of me that matters is my opinion of myself, which really showed me that whenever somebody mocks you, like, at the end of the day, what's the worst that they can do? Like, all that they can do is say something. Now it's up to you that if you want it to affect you or if you want to dust it off.
Thank you so much, Yasin. Amazing words from an amazing boy.
Well, my speech has actually been really, really good in probably this last week. I have now got a 68-day streak without any bad incidents,
68. Wow.
which is amazing. I don't know how that ever happened. I've been continuing the app, which has helped a lot. I have been doing affirmations day and night. I have not ever forgot them once.
Wow.
I have been reading aloud 1 hour every single day, which helped immensely. And I have also been speaking to my parents more often, just so I can practice my speech plan more. And when I talk to them, I always talk about things that make me excited so I can like really focus on my speech plan. Like the other day, I was telling them about what I learned from Atomic Habits, and I really tried focusing on my speech plan so I don't stutter. And it helps a lot, especially in high pressured situations. And apart from that, all of the blocks I have are now really minor and like really small and like very rarely come. So everything is basically just amazing so far. I have really been enjoying the program. So those who cannot beat stuttering are those who do not want to beat it in the first place, or those who do not even try to use the methods. Because these methods do work, and I've seen that with my own eyes. It's like magic. So, only those who in the first place do not want it, or those who want to live with it, or those who do not even believe it will work, only they will never fix it. Well, even though I don't stutter, the only thing I wanted to say is that I clutter. But I noticed a big difference in my brother Yasin, that he reads and it helps a lot. I also read to slow down my speech and it helps a lot because I see my brother when he before he joined and when he started reading after he joined, his speech literally changed as he never stuttered. So that's all I wanted to say.
Great. And Hassan, we are so happy to have you here. Keep coming to every SAM meeting, okay?
Okay, I will. I'll try to come into every session.
Thank you so much.
Because I actually just read Atomic Habits day before yesterday, and I read about the same thing. I learned all of the steps to making good habits, like the cue, the craving, and all. And now, after hearing this speech, you have literally just refreshed my memory. And now I will never, ever forget anything from that book ever again. Because that was my one problem, is that whenever I would read a book, I would always forget the things in like literally one day. But now that you did this speech, you have reminded it to me all over again. And now I know all of the steps. So I would really like to thank you for that. I really enjoyed all the points that you made in your speech of the reading aloud and all. It was really good. As for the 1 hour of reading, I feel like that 1 hour is actually a pretty short amount of time if you read a book that you enjoy and if you get into it and if you focus on the crutches you are doing. Because me and my dad read 1 hour every day, and it feels so short because we actually enjoy what we read and like we actually try to understand it. So I feel like that 1 hour is really short. So for those of you who think it's really long, just read something you enjoy and like basically try to get into it. Try to think about what the author is trying to explain, and it will be amazing. My speed has went a slightly bit down, and
Okay.
I think it's because I may have been a bit lazy on reading now.
Okay.
So now I have began to read exactly 1 hour, and now I have seen that my speech has really quickly came back on track again. And other than that, I have been reciting the affirmations once in the morning, once in the evening, and the affirmations have helped me a lot.
Okay.
So I have been continuing those.
There are some important things that I think we need to discuss because you've got to continue reminding yourself that you're a PWSS. You stop stuttering. Now, well, because you have stopped reading aloud for some time, or
No,
doing
no,
it
no.
less,
Yeah.
or doing
I
it less,
just,
right?
yes.
Okay. So that has affected you a little bit. No problem. We can get back on track. No problem about that. The good thing, you can learn from this. This can actually make you stronger. Okay, so this is this isn't bad. This is a disaster. This is life. Life never goes up, down like that. Goes up and
Yeah.
down, up and down, up and down. The good thing is that although we may have had a small setback, no big deal. The for this last month and a half or 2 months since you joined us, your speech has improved tremendously, and it's going to continue going on like that. Okay, so the thing that I think I've got the feeling that this is what is going on in your mind is that because of this, you're beginning to fear words again. And you must not allow that. And because you're beginning to fear words a little bit more than before, you're not actually focusing really on your speech plan, on your message, on all those things. Your old habits are trying to get to reconquer that space that they lost. We are not going to allow that. Okay. And the solution is actually easy. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So I mean, just think about how much you improved since your first session with
Yeah.
Coach Lee. You have
Well,
accomplished so much. This isn't going to affect you. You cannot allow that because it's nothing. It's nothing compared to how far you've gone. So it's no big deal, right? It's like, for example, you broke your leg and now it's almost healed. Now you have made yourself a small bruise. That's nothing compared to the position in which you were a month or 2 months ago. That's nothing. So don't be so obsessed with it. Let's move on. Let's get back on track. Let's smile. Let's focus on that, on our message. Forget the words.
So far, my speech has improved quite a bit.
Okay.
And the thing is, whenever I read aloud, I speak like almost like a actor.
Good.
But whenever I speak and I try to put that accent in, then it is very hard for me to add that actor type of voice into my regular speech. But apart from that, my speech is very, very fluent. It only gets choppy whenever I ask someone a question or whenever I'm asked a question. Actually, to think about it, I actually could easily never get a block in my entire life, but I only get first few word blocks or any type of block whenever I am either really excited or really angry or like whenever I am over exaggerating my feelings. Apart from that, I literally never get any blocks ever. All right. Well, so far, my speech has been pretty amazing,
Okay.
and I have really been utilizing my speaking with passion a lot, and speaking with passion really helps me whenever I'm about to stutter, because on that word, I either go higher or lower, and I get past it pretty easily. And I've been doing word linkage, but there are some times where I start speeding up my speech, but then thankfully my mom always reminds me to use word linkage. So, so basically my speech has been pretty good, and I've been utilizing these crutches, and they have helped me a lot. Okay, well, I have really been enjoying my speech recently
Good.
because my short increments have helped me immensely, especially when I am in a high pressured situation.
Good.
And recently, I was exercising at my gym, and over there, they were lots of other kids.
Mhm.
And of course, they asked me plenty of questions. And I answered all of them completely fluently with short increments. So I feel really proud of myself and my speech.
The goals now, and he posted his
Yeah,
his Stop Stuttering story.
correct.
So the goals now, you're working on fear and loving to speak, right?
Yep.
Okay. Can you remember, Yasin, the last time your speech humiliated you? Let
Last
me
time
guess.
was probably 3 months ago, I think.
Okay, that's my point to Coach Javier is he needs that benchmark, and everyone listening who's trying to learn from your experience needs that benchmark. So it's not just you we're helping here; it's a bunch of other people too. So okay, so that's very helpful. One thing I love about your speech, Yassine, today and anytime I see you, you're animated. You participate. You say things like you mean them. And Yassine, there is no better antidote for stuttering than doing that. The more you do it, the less problems you're going to have. I don't care where you're speaking or how many people are listening. If you participate like you're doing now and you're enthusiastic and passionate, you're never going to stutter, mate.
Okay, so I actually use the Stop Stuttering app.
Good.
So I recite all 10 affirmations 20 times each in the morning and when I'm about to go to sleep.
Fantastic.
Okay, well, I think that probably the one that helps me most is if I can say one word anywhere, anytime. I can say any word anywhere, anytime. Because even when I'm not asked a question, I can say all of the exact same words completely fluently. And when I'm asked a question, then all of the words I can say fluently sometimes have a few blocks. So I say that probably that's the affirmation that like helps me the most.
And whether once speech becomes a non-issue for you, no matter where you speak, and in fact, when you get to speak to a group or a stranger or an authority figure, you actually do better than anywhere else. You speak like a king then, and you're really on your best behavior. When you reach that plateau, then you don't really need to focus so much on speech. You can focus on jealousy and anger and other things that are insomnia, other things that are problems in life. You're very, very, very young, so you're not facing the same problems that Javi is, and Javi's not facing the same problems that I am because of our age differences. That's okay. So what works for you, what you need to be affirming is different from what Javi does, and it's different from what I do. I wanted to compliment Yasin on his attendance of SAM meetings
Okay.
and his participation in SAM meetings. That's a very grown-up thing to do. And you are growing up at the speed of light. I mean, in a good way. You're not just getting older, you're getting wiser. You're getting smarter about dealing with life. And so I just wanted to compliment you on that. And I know I'm not alone. I know virtually every adult who attends those sessions says that young man is a star. And that's what they're thinking.
Hmm.
I mean, to start with, you're a good-looking kid. That's Javi and I are kind of ugly, but you're not. You're not as ugly as Javi and I am. You know.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
So on that happy note, I'm going to disappear on you. And
That's fine.
Yasin, keep up the great work, man. And you're not finished until you love to speak everywhere, everywhere, and never stop doing your mind training. Address and the first one long term should be every day in every way. I grow better and better. And the last one should be today I'll make a happy day. Because, you know, Yasin, one of the hardest things for grown-ups to do is to make a happy day every day. But it's their job. It's my job. It's Javi's job. And it's your job. And you're learning that at a young age. And at the very beginning of my books, I quote the psychiatrist Frank S. Caprio, long deceased. And what did he say? Say after me. We have free choice. Say that.
We have free choice
To accept or reject thoughts.
to accept or reject thoughts.
Nothing compels us to think anything.
Nothing compels us to
Think
nothing
anything.
nothing compels us to think anything. Yeah, that's what it was.
Except our own desires.
Except our own desires.
So use your mental switch. Flick.
Okay. So use your mental switch
And dictate your thoughts.
and dictate your
Yes.
thoughts. Okay, yes.
And dictate your thoughts.
And dictate your thoughts.
And dictate your thoughts.
and dictate your thoughts.
Believe that you can improve.
Believe that you can improve.
And you will.
And you will.
Well, it's wisdom. It's not my wisdom. It's the most important words in our book. Never forget them. Never forget them. And this program will help you when you're Javi's age and when you're my age, if you live that long.
Now, without further ado, let me begin my SAM talk. All right, so while I cannot remember how it all began, but my mom tells me that it first started when I joined preschool. I came back stuttering while I was 3 years old, and she said I was slapping my tongue as I was confused, and I had no idea what was going on. As I grew older, well, my stuttering became worse, and it became frustrating for me to talk. I met many people in my life at that time, and I love to speak. Well, but sadly, speaking was a big difficulty, as I would stutter at every single word. So this was becoming frustrating, and so I joined speech therapy when I turned age 8. And it taught me things such as elongating and repeating my words. That sounded robotic to me, and everything felt unnatural. So that did not help me at all. So I left it. My mom then began helping me on her own after reading Lee's books. But soon I faced a relapse, and it made a really big comeback this time. I was not able to say anything. One of the most embarrassing moments that happened during this time was when I met one of my uncles, and I began talking about a video game, and I stuttered so severely in front of everyone. I literally pushed at every single word, and the flow of my speech was terrible. I was not able to say anything in front of many people. It was embarrassing for me, and it was really, really hard. My mother then talked to my father about Coach Lee's program, as she loved the book and had been following the master class. My parents then reached out to Lee through email and connected with Danny at WSSA. I then joined this brilliant program. I first met Danny in a consultation call. Well, I could barely say much during that call, and he introduced me to some of the crutches and 1 hour reading each day. Well, 2 weeks later, my speech changed day and night, but it was still not the best. I then had my first Skype call with Lee, and my speech in that call was miserable, for I felt speech anxiety, and I did not want to stutter in front of Lee, who was able to speak so well. But Lee did not seem to mind, and he was very patient with everything I said. He taught me a lot in that call, and he asked me to memorize all 12 crutches. He quickly identified that I was announcing everything I said like there were 1,000 people watching me. And I realized that he was right. He taught me to talk with a low register, and that instantly changed my speech. Well, in that single call, I learned so much about my own voice and speech that I had never noticed in 13 years. After that call, I instantly felt much more relaxed while speaking. Well, I then joined my first practice session. I was very shy, but my dad encouraged me to speak and ask them funny questions, like what's everyone's favorite food? A few days later, I began having fun with all of the participants. I really loved the community of amazing people, and I have a lot of fun talking to different people of different cultures with different accents. It was so amazing to see how different yet so similar we all are. I had been matched with Javier for my one-on-one session. He is one of the kindest and patient mentors I have ever met. He guided me through every step, and in literally just 2 sessions, he made a speech plan for me that worked wonders. He is so patient, soft-spoken, dedicated, and super friendly. I really enjoy my sessions with him as I can talk to him about everything, even my video games. I always look forward to all of my practice sessions with Danny, who has always been one of my favorite mentors. He always encouraged me and helped me grasp all of the crutches. He began calling me the bravest 13-year-old, and him constantly saying that made me believe it and gain confidence. I can never thank Javier and Danny enough for their motivation and support. I then joined a practice session with Steve, who taught me how to have fun and talk with passion and joy. I was really reserved when I started, and he changed that all in one practice session. Now I love being the first one to answer any question and participate in everything, including Sam Talks. No one in the community judges each other's speech. Everyone is encouraging and motivating each other to do better, and that in itself is such a huge blessing to be a part of. now it has been up to, I think, 4 months. And I can say entire sentences with ease, patience, and happiness. I have now become a PWSS, and I am really thankful to all of those who helped me along the way. Firstly, to my parents, who introduced me to this program, and Coach Lee for making this amazing program, and all of my coaches that I thank with all my heart. Well, my journey has just begun. I have a long way to go. As long as I keep using these methods of mind training, well, my daily affirmations, and reading aloud, I know that I will be the very best speaker in a group. It is because of you all here that I have began speaking so fluently now that even my uncles in front of who I stuttered have said that, wow, Yasin speaks so well. I feel so happy. I had always prayed to make my speech better, and now it all feels like magic. I am astonished, and I am so grateful to everyone that helped me. I plan on becoming a coach in this program to help many others along the way who face the same problem as I did. I will convert my speech problems into a blessing. So thank you, Lee, for everything you have done. And surely you are God sent to help all those in need. And I thank you for everything you have done for me. You have improved my speech and changed my life forever. And thank you to all my mentors, Javier, Danny, Pratusha, Steve, Sebastian, and all the other coaches. I also want to thank all of my colleagues who practice with me every single day and make each practice session so much fun. You all have been a great support and amazing friends who have never judged me through this journey. And then that is the end.
We surprised Yasin. He didn't want us to join, so we tried joining in stealth mode so that he doesn't know we're here. But yeah, we just wanted to be here. First of all, Yasin, that was amazing. I'm so proud of you. And all of the coaches here, we are so grateful for you guys, Coach Lee, and all the participants, even who join all the sessions and practice with him daily. It means so much to us. And Yasin, I love you so much. I'm so proud of you. And
thank you.
Yeah, four or
Thank
five.
you, Mama. Thank you, Baba.
Yeah, 4 or 5 months ago, we never would have thought that this day would ever come, or even something even close to this day would ever come, where he's here and talking. So it's just a miracle that we came across Coach Lee. Definitely. I mean, life-changing for him and life-changing for us. So we wanted to be here on the Sam Talk. We actually tried to rename to Hassan, Texas, and then he messaged, "Hey, Hassan." I'm like, oh, there goes our plan, of hiding under his name. So But hey, we really want to thank you guys. We're extremely grateful. Thank you so much for all that
you guys have
done.
been such a big inspiration for him and for us also. We've learned so much from all of you, every single person here, honestly, because whenever Yasin is in his practice sessions, I'm usually in the room somewhere listening, and I am just so amazed by how awesome you all are. Just keep on doing what you all are doing, and I know that you guys are really special and way better than people who can talk and just talk without thinking. So really, you guys mean so much to us, and this entire community means so much to us. I'm so proud of Yasin, but most of all, like, I'm so grateful for you all for actually being here and being so encouraging. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you here. You're the first parents who have ever attended one of our meetings, to my knowledge, and that's a great tribute to you. I can only say that your son has been such a blessing to this group. He's in addition to being Hollywood handsome, he has a great spirit about him, and we just love him to death. Everybody here loves him, and they would all steal him away from you. If you're not careful, we'll come capture him and take him home with us because he's such a joy. So thank you for sharing him with us. Thank you for coming, and thank you for having Yasin. What a credit he is to you. He's going to have a great future, and he's going to be a great speaker. You mark my words.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
Coach
Coach Lee. You're amazing. Yes.